Peace. Today is Sunday the 5th, making today's math.
Power refinement.
Power is the truth, and the truth is the light. Refinement is to cleanse one mentally as well as physically. Peace to the gods and earths. Peace. Welcome back to the Yanadameen Godcast. I am Lord Jamar.
And I'm Digger.
Yeah, we got our YouTube live people with us today.
Word.
Okay, which is something different. Shout out to all my super chat people in the place.
Got Digger doing the math.
Marcus Fields. That's right, we got Digger doing the math. Can we get a round of applause? Okay. See, that's what we call adding on. You add on to your knowledge. I took something that was in my mind. I spoke it to you. You've got an understanding. Now you're able to make knowledge born.
I'm almost 5. I'm at 7.
Hey, 7's a great number.
God number.
7's a God number. Anyway, how have you been, sister?
I've been good, man. I've been good. A couple shout outs. I want to shout out my girl Kiana, checking out the Yanadameen Godcast. She heard my call for the trusses.
Oh shit! She hit you with the tresses.
She hit me with the tresses. So I want to shout out to Kiana.
What is that? Some Brazilian tresses?
Thank you for my Brazilian bundles. This beautiful African queen appreciates her Brazilian bundles.
Well, it's looking very nice on you today. I like your purple and turquoise.
Thank you.
Attire. It's
courtesy of Tariq Buds. This was actually for you. I'm sorry, it just didn't make it to you. Sorry.
Well, goddamn.
I'm getting stuff in the mail that
you
I'm
stealing my swag.
That I'm supposed to be sharing.
She literally stole my swag. Like, goddamn.
They sent me this old little cute girl shirt. Like, oh, this is cute. I see the guy stuff. Like, I think I'm gonna tuck that one.
Well, it's all good. I see it go with your nails and all of that type of shit.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's funny that you even bring up your tresses because, you know, when we first started the show, we had a lot of things we were doing originally, and I wanted to try and keep certain things as a staple. Not to always do them every week, but as we were going on and just developing here in the new space, I think we started to get away from certain things. So one of the things I wanted to get back to today, actually, is the cartoon from my man Carlito Way 44. You know what I mean? Especially with the Nelly Fuller Jr. joints, okay?
Right. Yeah, he's deep.
My man Nelly Fuller Jr. is deep. So I actually ran across a cartoon today, and it actually builds on hair and tresses and shit like that.
Oh, shit.
So it's funny that you even brought that up, but I would like you to watch it, right? We're going to listen to it, and then let's just talk about a little bit about what he's speaking after we watch it. Yes?
Okay.
Let's go into that right now.
Let's go.
To have black males do what they have been doing as far back as I can remember, going back to the days of the conch, the fries, I mean, putting lye in your hair and whatnot, trying to make it straight and all like that. The black male, the white supremacists look at the black male and says, oh, you begin to get a little bit of intelligence in your head. Well, I'm going to take up all of your time now trying to train you to forget about putting something in your head. I'm gonna train you to worry about what looks like on your head. And so I'm going to concentrate on always having you just be absorbed, both black males and black females, with your hair. That's going to be your project in life. You're not going to be able to go to school. You're not going to be able to take care of anything. I mean, you're not going to be able to pay your bills because you are sitting up day and night making a hair plan, making blueprints for your hair. This is what you dark-skinned people should be doing. While we are making bullet trains and new airplanes and going under the bottom of the ocean and all like that, you are sitting in front of a mirror getting carried away about what type of rubber band to put on your hair to control it. And I will provide the rubber bands at a price. See, so that hair thing has always been a big thing with black people, particularly in the Northwestern Hemisphere and other parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in other words, hey, you don't have time to go to school. You better get out here in the streets and do something about your hair. I mean, your hair is everything. I mean, your hair is your entire life. Don't worry about food and clothing and all like that, and trying to make some money and trying to get something in your head. Forget about something in your head. Worry about what's on your head. And if it's not hair, I'll put some hubcaps on your head and charge you $500 a hubcap and whatnot, because you don't know what to put on your head, not to say anything about what is in it. You know why? Because I've made you into some type of creature. You're not even a being that comes anywhere close to being what you could call a human being. You things. You throw away things. You're not even people. At one time I said that you weren't people. You were property. And that's basically what you are now. You're my property. So go on down there and sit in front of the mirror. I'll provide the mirror. I'll provide the hair oil. I'll provide the combs. And you sit there while I'm running the entire universe, and you fuss with your hair and make a great big deal out of it. You can't get to work in the morning on account of you got to get your hair fixed. You got to see that your braids are in place. And you got to look around for some type of baling wire to put around all that stuff that's hanging down there, almost dragging to the ground behind you. Because that's a priority for you people, because I don't want anything going on in your head, ever.
That was interesting.
So yes. Now, first of all, we all guilty of that. Okay? Like, that's not something that I'm just going to point a finger and be like, oh, just men or women. I think we all are guilty about worrying about some superficial
Appearance.
shit. You know.
I was gonna say, do you think that's limited to hair? I think we as a people in general are kind of, consumed with showing and wearing our money.
Absolutely, but that's one of the first things that, you know what I'm saying, that I think is ingrained in us from children. You know what I mean? Like from a baby, your mother, get over here. Let me get that nappy head. Let me do something with it and all this type of shit.
Straightening combs.
Yeah, all kind of shit. Or they just can't wait to send you to the barber and all this shit. Why? Like, you know what I mean? Why? That's almost why I grew dreads in a way, was like the freedom of just, I had spent so much money going to the barber shop every fucking week. And, why? I had waves and the oil and do-rags, and I'm brushing it a fucking 1,000 times a day and all this type of shit. And it's just like, why?
I feel like all the women my age bracket, we we don't have any edges now because our moms was putting the straightening home with the rubber bands and pulling our edges out. I mean, a lot of us I think had braids. I know I wore a lot of cornrow hairstyles with beads as a young girl. My mother didn't let me get a perm. I didn't get a perm until I went away to boarding school, and I just physically did not know what to do with my hair. Like, it was like I had very long, very thick hair. To wash it and to try to maintain it myself at the age of 13, I couldn't do it. So, she gave me permission to get a perm, and then I was running back and forth to DC, the hair capital of the world, getting my hair done. But I never let my daughter get a perm. I never let my daughter get a perm, and now she's so she's so grateful and thankful that she tried. She cried and moaned. All the little girls got their hair out. My baby was a swimmer. I thought she was on her way to the Olympics.
Okay.
She got to the school with the black folks and just refused to step in the pool. Like, nah, I gotta get my hair done. I gotta get a doobie. To this day, I look at her like, you could have been Katie Ledecky. And you just didn't want to get your hair wet.
It's just so deep, though. I mean, the reason I even thought of this cartoon because we had previously talked about, the hair and all that.
And incidentally, somebody watched it and hooked me up.
And that's dope.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it just goes to show, you know, like the brother said, we so worried about what's on our head as opposed to what's in it. Like, even if you, like how you said, all right, you use the weave as a protection for your hair. What do you use as the protection for your mind? What do we use as the protection for our spirits? Where is that protection? And why aren't we even worried about that? Why are we more worried about how our hair looks? Because trust me, I fucking shave my shit before I come here. I got the, you know what I mean? The edgers and all of that type of shit. I don't want to come out, in my mind, how I would feel looking crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody want to look crazy, but what is the look of craziness?
And we are our own worst enemies. The girl, again, Gabby Douglas, she out here somersaulting, tumbling, flipping, and majority black women are on social media talking about this girl's edges. Why is that?
Right. Worried more about some superficial shit than
the fact that she just whooped every other country in the world's ass in gymnastics.
And did a triple fucking somersault, like, backflip shit. And why don't we look at that? Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of deep, and I thought...
I don't know why everybody wait till I start filming to call me, blow me up.
You know how that works.
Word.
So, anyway, this week... You know what I saw on Instagram?
What you see?
And I want to bring light to more things like this. This was just kind of random. I saw a sister, right? She was emceeing, but she had on like total like 3/4 head was wrapped.
I know you're talking about.
Yes.
I know you're
Listen, her name is Neelam.
You hate Trump, I should rock with you. You conscious now cause it's popular. I see you fakes with binoculars. I'll kill your taste like Banaka does. So stand over there, kilometers. I need space, astronomer. He says I'm hot, thermometer. What else rhymes, barometer? Internet trolls with the threats. Say hello to my set. Every woman needs an army. All my brothers break concrete.
She had some like FOI brothers behind her. She was spitting some fly.
I saw her on Erykah Badu's page.
Yes, and not only Erykah Badu, but Diddy reposted her. Will Smith reposted her.
Oh, nice.
And I would really, I don't know. As soon as I saw her, I got an energy.
You felt her.
I felt her energy,
Word.
and I'm just like, this is the type of frame of reference that a lot of our beautiful sisters need. You see? Because
she definitely gave me Ladybug Mecca vibes.
The way we're going to win the war is by winning over the beautiful sisters. You see? Because then now if the beautiful sisters say this is what my standard is, well, then that's going to make the brothers do what the fuck they got to do to get with the beautiful sisters. But right now they attack the minds of the beautiful, and not to say.
Thank you for acknowledging that men are culpable in this as well. Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. We all have to take responsibility.
Yes, y'all thought chasing.
Absolutely.
Puerto Rican hoe chasing.
All of that.
All of it.
Thirst trapping. All of that.
All
Getting
of it.
Thirst trapped. All of that.
Ass is good.
But yeah, like I just want to have more frames of reference of positive, beautiful sisters, because you got these, slut walks and all this bullshit out here for sisters as a reference of how to be,
as standards of beauty, basically.
Yeah, and now they all want to run and get the implants and all of this other shit, and they want to have strippers' bodies.
I was just thinking about that the other day. Like, what? Like, how did we get so far fucked up in the game that black women are modifying their bodies? Like, every other race of women in the world modified themselves to become
look like
us.
a black woman.
When the fuck did we get it twisted?
We been had it twisted. It's just they keep twisting it and twisting.
It just keeps twisting and twisting.
Like, and so now, we had it twisted. When you see when you see a dark-skinned sister with blonde hair, she got it twisted. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just one fucking phase of being twisted. There's many degrees to it. Digga, we got anything going on in the news or anything that piqued your interest that you saw this week?
A lot of stuff happened in the news. Some interesting, some not so interesting. Tekashi was reportedly kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint. He actually was kidnapped, transported to his home, was told to let whoever's inside bring the money and the jewelry downstairs, and they got away with an upwards of $850,000 in jewelry,
something like that,
in the hood in Brooklyn.
Right.
Priorities, people.
It all sounds very fantastic, I must say.
Yeah.
Almost a little too fantastic. I'm not sure, but they showed pictures of what looked like a swelled up face or something like that.
Yeah, he got pistol whipped and
if it happened, I feel like a lot of people aren't surprised. I feel like he might be lucky that that's all he got away with.
Right.
With the shit that, it
that
seems like he's been trying to, exacerbate. Yeah, I don't really know. But then it's weird. Like, it's the same day that you dropping some music and all this type of shit. Like, is this the new way to try to sell records? You know what I mean? Like
I don't know. I can't put anything past anybody in this generation anymore. It's just like the lengths that they go for what they call clout chasing is
or trolling
is ridiculous. We've had some case scenarios back in the day. There was the story of Gravy allegedly shooting himself in front of Hot 97.
Oh, yeah?
Basically, it was alleged that he kind of did some Cheddar Bob shit to himself.
Word? I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah. This was actually right before Notorious came out. So
really,
Notorious actually kind of helped him bounce back from that. But this was during his promoting his music wave. And
it's funny. I did an episode of The Sopranos that me and Tretch were on. And my character, I guess, was supposed to be like a 50 Cent type of character who had actually got shot. So I'm in the hospital with Tony Soprano. Now, Tretch was supposed to be like my protege, okay? Somebody that was coming up after me. So he wanted he wanted to blow up. So one of the fucking gangster niggas was like, yo, I could shoot you. You know what I mean? We could set this shit up. And you'll blow up after that. And first, the nigga Tretch is like, fuck that, you bugging. Then the nigga Tretch, Tretch's character goes to the dude and is like, I'll do it. Gives him the money. He's like, just don't tell me when it is. And then he ends up getting shot in the ass and all this type of shit. The name of the episode is called Fleshy Part of the Thigh.
Wow. But yeah, apparently that happened. If it is a setup, I would just urge him to he thinks it was he thinks it was an inside job. Maybe not somebody that necessarily hangs with him on a daily, but maybe once upon a time. So I would just, I would urge him to just watch his surroundings. If you really got $850,000 of jewelry in the crib, man, get out the hood, bro. Get priorities, man. That's a whole house.
The Cheddar breed jealousy, you know what I mean? Get your ass stuck up, whatever the fuck Big was saying in 10 Crack Commandments. Like, that's some real shit. Like. You can't be around doing all this flossing, amongst a bunch of poor people and feel like nothing's gonna happen to you. Even if you feel, oh, I went to the school and I gave out. That's that. Listen,
How about I'll go one step further. How are we analyzing the gangsters of today? I feel like what gangster do you know is what robbers do you know are sitting outside in the car waiting for somebody to bring the jewelry outside. The niggas that I know are running up in the house and pistol whipping your baby mama too.
All of that. Or they definitely would have went inside with you. Like, come on,
like,
let's go.
I was you just bought 850 grand worth of shit outside.
Yeah, how I know there ain't more up there?
Right,
There ain't
like,
leaving no stone unturned.
Who is sitting outside waiting for you to bring the shit outside? So
new school gangsters.
I don't know. I got
new
questions,
school gangsters
bruh.
that's scared.
They different.
I mean, well, at the same time, you know, it's different times we live in. See, we didn't have cameras and shit to worry about, you know, when we walked the nigga up.
I guess.
You see what I'm saying?
I guess true.
Now it's like all kind of shit.
Okay, surveillance, you hiding from. All right.
I don't want to make excuses for these motherfuckers. But
you don't want to make excuses.
Maybe that's what they was thinking.
For the mid-tier gangsters?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
For the tight pants gangsters?
That's what Ski Mask are for.
Yeah, well, but we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with a few more things going on. We're going to hit you maybe with a did you know? Like I said, we're going to try to get back to the roots of the show. And you're here, Yanadameen Godcast. We'll be back. Peace.
Peace. It's the absence of all confusion. United we stand, divided we fall. Two fingers together is the real peace sign, y'all. Brand Nubian PEACE gear. Hoodies. T-shirts. Snapbacks. Available at hoodg.com. Get yours today.
All right, peace. Welcome back to the Yanadameen Godcast. I'm Lord Jamar.
And I'm Digga.
Yes. If you'd like to support the show, go to cash.me/$Yanadameen. Patreon.com/Yanadameen or Yanadameen.com/support. Or shit, you can go to hoodg.com, get you some brand Nubian gear, some Yanadameen Godcast gear, some Rod Digger gear, Lyrics Matter gear. Okay. That's what's up. What's that, your live right there?
Yeah, Instagram Live.
What up,
real quick.
Instagram Live? Okay.
We're filming.
I might have to show my people Rod Digger then. Fuck it. Well, there goes
Hey.
Alex. Hang on.
I'm on his live
There goes
now.
Digger. That's okay. Look at her looking all.
I like your
purple and
camera
turquoise.
angle. I'm all up here under my mama's double chin and shit.
Well, I was holding that up. Mine is actually a little shooting up at me. Am I getting a little moist in the face? See, this is almost like a mirror for me. All right. So anyway, we were talking about the Queen Neelam when we left.
Yeah, shouts out to her.
Shout out to Neelam once again. Real quick before we move on, I haven't gotten a feeling. It's funny that Erykah Badu was the one that put her up because I haven't gotten a feeling like from one of these, positive sisters since Erykah Badu. Like when I saw her, it kind of gave me that feeling that I got when I first saw Erykah Badu. It was like, that's that type of queen I'm talking about.
And I just took a couple
Right
of trips to Dallas, to Erykah's hometown, and
yeah?
they're like, this is the place, the bomb factory. I think like this is the place where she was discovered, and I had a nice little
Niggas
tour
still
of her
out there with the
hometown.
cars with the giant wheels and shit.
All of it. It actually kind of put me in the mind frame of Austin. It's very, art's gotten artsy, very mixed crowd, just green juicing, vegan, just all kind of stuff going on.
All right, well,
And that Texas brisket.
Well, this week, actually, two things happened. Now, first of all, I just want to say I don't normally like to sometimes I don't even like to acknowledge negative shit, and especially when it has to do with the murder and killing of black people and just, negative images.
I already know
and
where you're
shit.
going.
You understand? Because they want us to see and absorb these things within ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? And so I don't like to feed into it. But I just saw 2 stories, and I just felt like we might have to talk about them. I just hope that we're not falling into any kind of trap by bringing it up, because, I'm going to tell you after we bring up the stories what I think is the bigger picture of why a lot of this shit is happening. So first of all, let's talk about the 2 sisters, Nia Wilson, and her sister, what was her sister?
Her sister's name Latifah.
Yes, Latifah Wilson. I think they also had another sister with them. And they were coming from some sort of family gathering and were attacked, unprovoked, randomly by some so-called white supremacist, John Lee Cowell, who basically slit the young sister's throat and
stabbed him in the neck.
And did, left them for dead and ran off. And
yeah, that pissed me off.
Yeah, now, I don't know. Maybe it's, my daughter's name is Nia, so maybe that has something to do with it.
And she was so pretty. Like, as soon as I saw the picture of her, I'm
girl.
like, she looks like all our nieces and daughters out here, stunting on the gram.
And I think that's part of it. And just the cowardice of
you attacking women.
Like,
try that shit
like
with a brother.
If you see the picture of the dude, like, he looks like a bitch ass motherfucker. He looks like a like a brother would have just grabbed him. What the fuck, nigga? And you know what I mean? Disarmed him and fucking juked his fucking ass up. But yeah, man, it's just some real punk shit. And
two of the sisters was stabbed. The youngest one, Nia, she was still a teenager. I think she was 18, 16 maybe. She passed away. Her older sister, she survived the attack, and the other one was, said it happened so fast. Like, it was like 1 minute they looking for the train coming down the tracks, and the next minute her 2 sisters are like stabbed up.
Now, this is the Oakland BART train. Isn't this the same train, like the Fruitville station and all of that? Isn't that the same? Yeah, that's the same train line and all of that type of shit. So, wow. That's kind of deep, too. Like, this line is becoming, like,
the flip side of that,
known for the deaths of black people.
On the flip side of that, did you see the brother that actually knocked a man onto the train tracks for walking around the station calling people niggas?
Oh yes, I think I did see that one.
So I guess that's the that's the parallel universe world story to this one. But,
right.
But yeah, rest in peace to her and her condolences to their family.
Absolutely. Now, another story that I saw, which was some bullshit that seems like, when you put these together, they almost kind of tie in, is the one in Florida where, a sister, well, first of all, a man and his woman went into a parking spot that I guess was a handicapped parking spot. The man gets out with his son, goes in the store. While he's in the store, some white man pulls up. He's mad that she's in a handicapped parking spot sitting there without handicapped plates. Goes up to her and starts beefing with her. They get into an argument. He starts being crazy disrespectful. Now here comes the husband coming out of the store. He hears this man cursing out his wife. He immediately walks up to the man, pushes him to the ground. The man then looks up from the ground, pulls out a pistol, and shoots him point blank range, killing him. And he is not being charged because of Florida's stand your ground law, the same law that got Zimmerman off.
What is it you intend to shoot? A person. You mean a person who's threatening you? threatening all of us.
You can't shoot someone who threatens you just out on the street. Well, unless, of course, you're in a state that has a stand your ground law.
This is hopeless. How am I supposed to shoot Token with all these stupid rules?
Ouch.
What kind of bullshit? Like a shove to the ground is worthy of pulling out a gun? Really? Like, what kind of pussified world do we live in? Like, what kind of bitch pussies are making these laws that could even
merit getting shot?
You see what I'm saying? Like I could understand. Okay, a motherfucker had a gun. You got your gun. Y'all got into a shootout. Somebody died. I stood my ground.
Right.
But you got pushed to the ground, and just because you too much of a bitch to stand up and fight, you gonna pull out a gun?
That's
shoot
crazy.
A man.
So in that instance, so the woman who's actually getting verbally attacked by this man, like, she doesn't have any stand your ground rights. Like, she doesn't get to claim that.
Well, they were
like, this is a
they
man,
had a
this
verbal
is a man
right. They had a
attacking
verbal altercation, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If she would have shot him for aggressively yelling at her, would that have been? Hey, I was standing my ground. I felt threatened. I don't know, but I mean, let's keep it real. Like, no, that wouldn't have. She would have got locked
She'll
up.
be in
Guess
jail.
what? Because he's a white man, and she's a
Wow.
black woman. And we have to understand that these laws are customized and tailored for these motherfuckers to come out on top. Now, rest in peace to him. You know, my condolences to his family. I just feel like there's a bigger thing going on here. I feel like...
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like they're trying to instigate a race war in
Absolutely.
America.
I feel like it's happening in real time and in entertainment and forgive me, my precious viewers, for spoiling the Purge movie. I basically just gave the whole Wikipedia, IMDb synopsis of it. I'm sorry,
Man, fuck that movie.
but no.
If y'all motherfuckers ain't see it in the first week, then you ain't really want to see it.
See, that's what I was thinking. It's been out since the 4th of July.
Okay, stop crying, motherfucker. Stop crying.
But no, in real life, like, that is all, that's like a foreshadowing of that same shit right there.
Because it seems like there's just a lot of things that they're trying to provoke us in the media, and they keep giving us these images of black people, getting assaulted and killed, and they know, back in the 90s when we had that image of Rodney King, what the fuck happened?
Right.
You see? But that was a different time. Those were different. We were different people. And we had different music at that time,
right.
too.
Right. I was going to say, we had a different mindset. My biggest fear with a revolution, if there ever is going to be one, I don't think we as black people are really prepared. Like, I spent several years living in the country with the white folks, and they got guns on top of guns on top of guns. They devote their entire lives going to the range so that they can make nonviolent one-shot kills to animals.
They got doomsday prepper
bow and arrows.
Dug in the ground where they could live in the fucking ground for 5 years if they wanted to.
Exactly. And I feel like...
And we worrying about our hair.
And we worrying and I'm worrying about some bundles. Hey, let me tell you something though. When I was in Rome, I did as the Romans, baby. I said, oh, okay, that's the gun. Okay, I'm gonna get one too. My house actually burned down in PA, but by the time it burned down, I had 7 different rifles. I was like, okay, this one is for duck, this one is for bears, this one is for deer. But I say all of that to say, our brothers and sisters nowadays, we're systematically getting these charges. We're being forced to cop pleas. We're getting our rights as gun owners taken away from us. So we can't legally own them, which means we can't just pack our guns in the car and go to the range and practice properly the way they do. And as a result of that, you're seeing a lot of, you killed the baby because you missed your real target because you ain't practicing.
Nigga moments are unpredictable.
Hey, wait, man, wait. This is stupid. Hey, you right, dawg. Look, let's put the guns away and go on about our business. Freeze!
But they all end up bad.
You can't even get caught with it. So you're hiding it. You got to toss it. Like, there's just a lot of things, within our society, within our community, that is very indicative to me that we ain't ready for the We ain't ready for the revolution.
First of
we
all,
ain't ready for the revolution.
And amen, okay? Because first of all, I don't even like the revolution is in your mind. Okay? All this romantic talk of some violent revolution is some shit that was implanted into the black community to basically, try to give them an excuse for genocide, basically. We ain't got half the weapons. First, let's forget the weapon part of it, okay? You got to feed an army, okay? What motherfucking source of sustenance do we have as black people independent of ourselves in order to even feed an army? Because you best believe when this so-called violent revolution that you'd like to pop off happens, where you gonna get your food from? The supermarket? They're not gonna let niggas, they gonna close all the supermarkets down in the hood. Then where you gonna eat? They're gonna starve your fucking revolution. Then what the fuck you gonna do? There ain't gonna be no McDonald's open around your fucking way. How the fuck you even gonna sustain yourself? Okay? You ain't gonna be able to get on the train to go wherever to fight your shit. You're gonna have to march miles. You're not
better
ready
plant some tomatoes
for
on the fire
none
escape.
Of that shit. You out of shape, fucking non-gardening.
Don't exercise.
Motherfucker.
Don't garden.
And just like you said, you not training with no rifles and none of that. Your little handguns ain't doing shit.
Yo, Mother's Day at the range where I was living in Pennsylvania, it was grandma, mama, like the women in the family spent Mother's Day at the range. Like, they not playing.
We out here running around on the street with handguns.
Doing the shiggy. We doing the shit.
Right. But
we doing the shit.
We running around with handguns, causing a lot of fucking heartache and pain with them.
Right.
But
shooting up all the wrong shit.
In real war, your handgun is the last thing you use. That's the last thing you pull out. All these niggas running around with handguns. Now, granted, you do got a lot of dudes down south that got, what they call choppers, AK-40s or 7. Now, that's a real, if you want to go to war, that's a real gun. And I'm not trying to be out here trying to refer people to arms and shit like that. I'm just saying.
I never had an AK. I had an AR-15.
Well, that's a real one, too.
Yeah,
so,
baby.
When you
go, I'm ready for the revolution.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Scopes.
I don't know about y'all motherfuckers.
Listen. Yeah, and even that, like a nigga might have an AR, but you ain't got no scope for the motherfuckers. And now it's like, how far is your range? It's just a whole lot of shit. Stop all that, because here's the thing. The mind is the most powerful thing in the universe. And if we truly harness the power of our minds, look at me, digger.
I'm sorry. People get.
I know.
They in the comments like, let's go.
But I need you to look at me.
Okay.
I need you to connect with me. If we truly harness the power of our minds, we ain't gonna need no weapons.
Facts.
We ain't gonna need no weapons. Okay? And a lot of people are not gonna fully even understand that, but we ain't gonna need no weapons. We could literally think these motherfuckers out of here if we were to truly harness the power that exists within us. But it comes with discipline. It comes with a certain way of thinking.
Knowledge, wisdom,
Understanding.
Ow! Listen to me trying to be 5%.
Okay, the components of the cipher. Yeah. I got into some shit about putting cipher first too. We could talk about that another time,
Ooh.
baby. But
You got bombed in the comments.
No, ain't nobody bombed me. You know, some wannabe motherfuckers try to hit me up on the side and trying to talk some shit. Like
you sending mixed signals.
I'm not all about traditionalism. First of all, okay. Second of all, I mean, a baby could answer this question. I'm gonna just show and prove my point real quick. Let me ask you something. Mm-hmm. Where does knowledge exist?
The mind.
Thank you. Where is the mind? Or what is the mind? Is the mind a person, place, or thing?
The mind is all of the above, ain't it?
I mean, if you give it a name, it's a person.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely a place.
Okay.
And it's definitely a thing.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say a person, place, or thing is?
Cipher. 0.
Right. So, how can knowledge exist if it's not within the cipher? You see what I'm saying? It can't. But you got idiots out here who are taught a certain way and want to keep teaching it that way just out of traditionalism instead of really sitting down, using your common sense and saying, You want knowledge to come first. You want that to be the first thing. Mm-hmm. But knowledge has to come from somewhere. You understand?
Gotcha.
And it has to exist from somewhere.
Okay.
And it comes from that cycle. It comes from the cipher. Okay?
0.
And 0 is not a placeholder. Okay? 0 is the whole of it all. And it is the division of 0 where you get other numbers from. Okay? So, again, learn really your mathematics other than what you've been taught. Internalize them. And truly learn these living mathematics.
Born to born. All being born to born.
And that's
Lord,
what I
Cypher
got
God.
to say about that. So, you know what? When we come back, we're going to do a Did You Know?
Okay.
And we're just going to have some more conversation.
Just chop it up. What's out there to eat? I sure is hungry.
Oh, fuck.
We didn't even order no food.
Yes, we did. You
We did?
came late, though. Man, there's your veggie shit out there, the veggie pizzas.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
I got some spinach pizza. Yay.
I don't know if it's spinach. It's just good shit.
Okay, my little veggie pizza.
It's veggie pizza.
Okay.
On Yanadameen Godcast.
Peace. It's the absence of all confusion. United we stand, divided we fall. 2 fingers together is the real peace sign, y'all. Brand Nubian PEACE gear. Hoodies. T-shirts. Snapbacks. Available at hoodcheat.com. Get yours today.
Peace. Welcome back to the Yanadameen Godcast. I'm Lord Jamar.
And I'm Digga.
When it's hot like fire in here. Summertime. I'm hot. You hot?
Nah, I'm alright. I never get hot.
I'm a little hot. Anyway,
These lights.
you in here with the God and the Goddess, okay?
That's right.
And I'm sure you have in the past been called this. I know I'm called this all the time. The real McCoy.
Right.
You ever been called the real McCoy?
I've heard that.
You know what that term means?
Nope.
I mean, basically it means that
Well,
something is authentic.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
it's trying to say. But
Where it comes from? I always want to know who's
did
McCoy.
you know where it comes from?
Who is McCoy?
Well, getting back to the roots of the show, like I said we would, I'd like to hit you with a did you know right about now. And as usual, our Did You Know comes from pushblack.org. Go follow our people at pushblack.org as they give many daily inspiring Black history stories just for us. Now, this one is about the awe-inspiring tale of the real McCoy. Now, the real McCoy is a phrase you've probably heard at some point in your life, but did you know the man behind the legend? Well, meet renowned inventor Elijah McCoy. Elijah was born in 1844, the son of formerly enslaved blacks who escaped from Kentucky to Canada by way of the Underground Railroad. Educated in segregated Canadian schools, Elijah quickly realized he had a knack for science and math.
At an early age, he enjoyed tinkering with machines as well as taking things apart and rebuilding them. Though he was one of 12 kids, Elijah's parents recognized his promise and supported him in traveling to Scotland to study mechanical engineering at age 15. Dope. After the Civil War, Elijah was determined to move to the United States with his family to pursue a career in mechanical engineering. To his dismay, all the available engineering jobs were reserved for white men, despite being equally qualified. Of course.
Usual theme. Out of necessity, Elijah took a position as a fireman. Now, not the fireman you're thinking about, one who adds coal to a train's engine, and as an oiler, one who greased a train's engine and gears, for Michigan Central Railroad. Although these were menial jobs relative to his qualifications, they would later become the inspiration for Elijah's revolutionary inventions. Dissatisfied with the fact that locomotives required frequent stops to oil its parts, Elijah drew on his engineering background to think through ways to improve this process. To address this issue, he invented and patented a lubricating cup that continuously distributed oil evenly over the engine's moving parts.
His invention reinvented locomotive travel by allowing trains to run for long periods of time without needing to stop for maintenance. Elijah's invention gave birth to the name The Real McCoy to distinguish from all the imitation lubricating cups that popped up following his success. The moniker came to mean the real deal and denoted authenticity and originality to all those who were looking to purchase one of these products. While his invention continues to be used in trains to this day, it is his name that has become a cultural mainstay.
From childhood tinkering to 57 patents, Elijah McCoy became the most prolific black inventor of his time, even gaining the respect of notable public figures like Booker T. Washington for his remarkable output. Elijah's journey reveals the age-old adage that it's not always about where you start, but where you end up that matters in life. Though he did not get the engineering job he initially wanted, he transformed the opportunities he was given into a career he never imagined possible.
Many people are in jobs that they do not want to be in and are not sure if they are truly walking in their purpose. Elijah McCoy is an example of how we can make the best of our situations by learning a business, finding a niche and way to improve it, and then creating a solution by starting our own enterprise.
Elijah never let his current situation dictate the ways in which he utilized his talents and brought value to an industry he was undoubtedly passionate about. And that is the Did You Know?
Hey, shouts out to Elijah McCoy.
Okay, the real McCoy. Now,
right.
I mean, there's something to be said about authenticity. And I think, that's a theme. That's a theme that I harp on sometimes because.
Oh, me too. Oh.
It's
got me in trouble.
Yeah, you
it's
got a
me
lot
in
of
trouble on social media.
This imitation. They want us to value imitators and shit. You see, and it's like the original, unduplicated is always going to be more valuable. The real McCoy is always going to be more valuable than the fake.
That's right.
So. Yeah, original people. Original people.
Original
are always going to be greater than the unoriginal.
Exactly. Creators can always create.
Thank you.
The duplicators are just one of a bunch on
And
an assembly
need
line.
something to. They need
something
the
to
creators
emulate.
to create in order to duplicate.
Ooh, bars.
Come on.
That was bars, baby.
Cause I'm original and not a duplicated copy. Ooh, what's that from? You know your hip hop? What hip hop song is that from? Y'all let me know in the comments.
I'm about to say I wasn't born yet. No, I'm just I wasn't born then, Jamar.
There you go. Umbilical digger. What else you got for me, Dig?
Your man, R. Kelly.
Oh, my man. He got to be my man.
your man, yeah, man. That's your guy. This two stepping in the name of love. This guy.
Oh, urine on the kids, Kelly. That's who you talking about.
I don't even want none of the above. I want to piss on you. Piss on you, I'll piss on you, I'll pee on you.
So this guy released a song, called "I Admit It," and it's 19 minutes long.
Oh, another one of those trapped in the closets joint. Are we gonna get a video with this too?
I hope not. I really hope we don't get a video. I'm sorry, guys.
Trapped in the closet was fly
for
like the first 3, maybe.
I can't front. I was actually looking forward to the next one.
By the 8th
just to see where it was
one,
going.
maybe it was like okay.
It got crazy.
I mean, he started changing characters and everyone like, didn't somebody else play the motherfucker in the last one? Like, it just started getting real crazy.
So in this song, it's basically the song version of I Say What OJ did. If I did it
right.
So he's bringing up all of the allegations that that have come out about him over the years. He's not necessarily saying I did them,
but he's saying if I did it.
But he's kind of bringing it up.
If
like
I did piss on her face,
he brings up the sex call.
I would have drank Gatorade to fill myself up.
He brings up the tape, and he also puts in there that he was molested at the age of 8.
Ooh, how convenient!
So
whoa,
I don't know if that was inserted in there to
try to get some pity
to make everybody feel like, oh,
no, we understand.
Yeah, but it was I don't know, it was kind of creepy. And I felt like, for one, why is it 19 minutes? Like, I don't know why it's 19 minutes long. But for two,
well, because he's old school.
Okay.
And he don't realize that people's attention span has actually went in the reverse.
The extended version.
Yeah,
like
he
the
thinks
disco mix.
You know what?
Shit.
And I'm gonna make a 19-minute version, y'all.
Like, damn.
It's just gonna be extra special. Like, it would have been better a 1-minute version, so he could just play it on Instagram.
And so does that make me one of the goofballs that actually listened to the whole 19? Because I listened to the whole 19 minutes. I just had to see where he was going with it.
Was it good? I mean, is it a good song? Has a good melody? Was anything that you remember about it that was musically worth anything? Or just a 19-minute confession of some bullshit?
Yeah, like I don't like what he's
hypothetical.
I don't like what he's talking about, and because it's not really hypothetical. He's basically.
So what did he say about pissing on the young girl's face? What did he hypothetically admit to on that?
I admit I fuck with all the ladies. That's both older and young ladies. But tell me how they call it pedophile because of that shit, that's crazy. You said, what about Aaliyah? I said, love. She said, what about the tape? I said, hush. I said, my lawyer said, don't say none. But I can tell you I've been set up.
I remember, he did mention Aaliyah. He brought up.
What'd he say about marrying a 15-year-old girl when you in your goddamn 20s or 30s.
He's talking about the reporter asking him about Aaliyah. He said, "Wait." I said, "Oh." It's like.
Oh, he's doing one of those. Huh?
Yeah. She said, "What about Aaliyah?" I said, "No." He said, "Hey." It's like
I know the dumb shit he be doing.
Yes.
Oh, what you say? Oh, Mr. Big, I come this way. Oh, the reporter said, what about Aaliyah? I said, nigga, don't talk about us, she dead.
Said, "What about it?" Yeah, I said, "Hey."
Well, did you marry when she was 15? I said, goddamn, I had collard greens.
Yeah,
I know the type of dumb shit he be doing.
Shit like that.
So it was 19 minutes of that.
And it was 19 minutes of that.
And you sat through the whole thing.
And I sat through the whole thing.
Duped! You got duped, digger.
He got a stream.
You
out
played
of me.
yourself.
I wonder if that might count as more than one stream. 19 minutes, that's like yo, what if he got a whole album worth of stream from a 19-minute record? What if that count as 20 streams?
Huh? What?
What if that count as multiple streams? Because like a song average is what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
Right.
So if you stream one 19-minute ass record, could that be considered multiple streams?
I would think you just playing yourself. That like
I'm just wasting time in my
basically,
life.
like I would think you still gonna get the one stream.
That was just 19 minutes of my life that I'm never gonna get back.
Right.
And an additional 10 minutes for recapping the shit right now.
Basically.
So R. Kelly did that. I mean, I don't know.
Now, what's all of this shit? Listen, I'm not here to shit on people or nothing like that. But the people, okay, first of all, shout out to all my super chat people and everybody. Damn, y'all been here for an hour and some change now with the God. Some of them, this is the people who brought this up. Some of them have said, are we going to talk about Charlamagne and some sort of allegations that he has going on? Now, I don't even know the full shit about it, but I heard there's a debate within that I'd kind of like to hit more. That's more general.
Yeah,
as opposed to.
I don't know all the details about his particular case. I know it involves another young lady and it involves his wife.
And I'm hearing something about Spanish Fly and getting people drunk. And
right.
What are we talking about here?
Well,
fill me in, digger.
Okay, so there's a woman that has come out and alleged that Charlamagne, slipped her Mickey years ago.
Okay.
While she was underage. But I believe now also there's a story of Charlamagne talking about the first time he was intimate with his wife. They were drunk. And he actually talked about it on the show. And I guess jokingly, it was like he raped her. Like he jokingly mentioned that, it was basically rape because they was drunk. But that sparked a more serious conversation now. And they actually went so far as to call his wife. Like his wife got on the phone and was like, "Hey, I was down. We were, it was happening." They dated for maybe a year before, this happened. So they were already together. But the conversation that's being had now is if both parties are under the influence, could you consider that consensual? Because I guess what we're seeing with a lot of, with some of these Me Too cases, the woman is being drugged or there's an unfair advantage as far as the male goes. But what happens when both parties are inebriated and not necessarily in their, frame of mind to make
I'm going to say
conscious decisions?
I'm going to say absolutely no, that is not rape. Unless the other party got so drunk that they were unconscious. And now the other drunk person takes advantage of an unconscious drunk person.
Okay.
I would see that as rape.
I
but if
concur with that.
if y'all both drank the Henny or the Patron or whatever the fuck y'all drinking. I said, I drink it. What are you drinking? You said Patron. And I said, well, here you go. You want another one? And you said yes. And then we start getting a little frisky.
He said yes. I said no.
Okay.
I said, do you like Patron? She said, yes, I put it on. I said,
so yeah, and things start getting a little loose and all of that type of shit. You can't have buyer's remorse. You see, like that's what some of these motherfuckers will try to go into. Like, I never liked when a girl, I was so drunk. Bitch, you remember what the fuck you did. You just don't want to admit to that whole shit now. And so you're going to act like, I was so drunk. I swear I never been so drunk that I don't remember what the fuck happened. That's just me. Maybe it can happen to people, but me personally, I've never been so drunk where I just woke up to, oh my God, what happened? How'd I get here? Why am I naked? Like, get the fuck out of here.
No, I think
that's some bullshit.
I think they may not want to say they remember what happened, but I do know that there are situations where being that fucked up could render you powerless. It's like you can be aware of what's going on, but you just may not physically be able to do anything about it. Like men, a man can overpower you. Okay. I know.
I could see that.
I know it happens.
I could see that when you put it like that. I mean, when you originally said it, though, it just sounds like two people getting drunk.
Oh no! Well, I'm talking about a different case scenario. This isn't the Charlamagne.
Shit, that could happen. That could happen with the reverse now. Don't always put it on the man.
Of course.
You could have a man that gets taken advantage of.
You're going to lay there while I ride you? God damn it.
That's right. You think there ain't some of these big mamas out here threatening some of these skinny men into having sex with them?
CB4, remember the CB4? So wait, so why aren't more men claiming rape nowadays?
Because they're ashamed. No man wants to say,
like, can you imagine?
I've been raped. She took advantage of me. Most niggas would be like, and what the fucking problem is?
No, you know what is very commonplace that I don't like? A lot of young boys are being molested by grown women, and it's not spoken about enough, but it happens way more often than we're speaking about it. And I guess, for guys, it's like, kudos. Hey, I lost my virginity at 10.
That's what the child feels at first, especially a male child. He's going to feel like he got over on something, but make no mistake about it. Like, you're being molested when it's some, prepubescent boy with some grown ass woman. That
fucking hoe ass babysitter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know a lot. It's happened to a lot of my boys. Like, now that we're all grown adults, like, they talk about this shit. Like, I was a little ass kid. She was sucking my dick.
Yeah.
They remember.
Absolutely, and it's definitely abuse. We need visual proof that Digger's here.
Oh my goodness!
It's definitely.
Hi.
It's definitely. Yes, it's definitely some shit that doesn't go on, and there's a lot of. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of shit that happens to men that I don't think gets spoken on, just out of embarrassment and things that aren't supposed to happen to a man. Like, a man is not supposed to get raped by anyone.
Because the world the world is really roasting Terry Crews, but in real life, like, yeah, it happens.
It happens. It happens, and I think, like first of all,
and then think about it. As a black man, we're pretty. We can be. We can have a very threatening appearance. Well, black men, guys can have a very threatening appearance. So just imagine, like, that whatever, that executive or something that makes a pass at you, as a black man or something, you might want to react a certain way, but then it comes off threatening, and y'all really have to be afraid of losing your job. Like, forget the black woman that has to be conscious of being mouthy. Like, the black man has to be conscious of
just
being a man,
masculine,
of being a man, before he to think about losing his job or making a misstep at work.
But
or
think about
in a
that.
situation.
Like, they want you to tone down your masculinity in order to be able to feed your family,
keep your job,
right? In order to provide for yourself. Just tone all that
there's
manly shit down.
There's no way Terry Crews should not have been allowed to slap the shit out of somebody for grabbing his dick.
The dog shit.
In front of
everybody, well, what happened? He grabbed it. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I understand now.
Like he totally deserved to slap the shit out.
He grabbed your dick. So you slapped the dog shit out of him. Yeah, that looks like dog shit on the I think that's what he did.
But I mean, hey,
yeah,
this is our world.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a slippery slope.
Yeah.
When we talk about this drunk, first of all, let's not even put ourselves...
In the case of Charlamagne, I would say, again, I can't really elaborate too deep because I don't know the facts specific to the female. But in regards to his wife, they basically told a story and they laughed with each other about it. Like, hey, we was drunk and we do it. But I think, Charlamagne was like, hey, I had to... It was the first time, so I had to get in there, and it turned into something else because of the other story. But
I know Star, actually, from Star and Buck Wild, Troy Terrain, shout out to my man Star. Matter of fact, we're going to get him up here one day. Oh, yeah.
That would be crazy.
Oh, that's my
We
boy.
gotta get...
Oh, he's up here. Trust me.
Could we get him, next week, bro?
Let me see what's up. Maybe.
And we lived out in the Poconos together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's in Pennsylvania.
Shouts out to Star.
So he actually tried to hit me up a couple of days ago, like in the morning for his show, because he wanted to talk about something about Charlamagne and his dealing with the gods and earths. But I woke up too late and I didn't see it till late. But man, people hit me up.
Is Charlamagne 5%?
Not that I know of, no. But he has the God in his name.
Now that
so
you mention it,
people question that. See, to me, I always seen him as just like an 85 who just put the God in his name. Like if he was Charlamagne Allah, you see, like if you really God, you're gonna have Allah at the end of your name. You understand? Lord Jamar Allah, like Rakim Allah, like you see what I'm saying? So the fact that his name is not Charlamagne Allah and he just called himself the God, I just kind of felt like it was, first of all, the 5% had a lot of influence on a lot of hip hop and hip hop shit. So I kind of thought it might have been some of that, and that's still what I take it to as this day. So I don't really take him as somebody that's in the 5% nation. If I, he ain't never come to me to build, and then I've met him a few times. So we ain't never built on no lessons or nothing like that.
As black people, we
may have dabbled
like to refer
in the
to
past.
ourselves as God. God is king.
I heard he may have dabbled in the past, but he's definitely, I wouldn't say, an official member of the
Everybody went through
nation.
their X-Clan phase. If you're our age, you went through, you went through a phase.
Now, here's what I was going to say. The fact now that you've been acquainted with mathematics, right? You actually are going to hear certain songs that you've heard in the past.
And
have a deeper understanding.
Okay.
That's what he was talking about. And it's a beautiful thing. Like, it happened to me before. You know what I mean? The Supreme Team did that to me. Yeah.
Well, one thing I will say, a lot of songs, if I heard a song and I heard something in the song that I didn't know what it meant, I actually did the research. So surprisingly enough, I actually decoded all of the, all the lyrics from Brand Nubian stuff. X-Clan as well. Like, I went and there wasn't Google back then. You had to actually do the research and build with the...
Yeah, go outside and ask somebody.
Yeah, you had to build with the elders, but nope, I did that. That's how I learned what Civilized 85 meant. I was like, okay, I got it. I'm there.
There you go. Constant elevation.
Word.
We love it. Well, listen, I guess we come to the end of another episode. It always goes so fast.
Yes, sir.
I love it every week. Yeah, shit. Join us again next week. Yeah, for these segments as we chop it up and build on the world and hip hop and all this good shit.
Digga doing the math now.
What? Digga doing the math? What? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, so hey, once again, if you want to donate to the show, go to cash.me/$Yanadameen, patreon.com/Yanadameen or Yanadameen.com/support. We appreciate you. All our people today that was with us on the Super Chat and on the YouTube Live, shout out to y'all. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all for the support. And hey, once again, for Yanadameen Godcast, I'm Lord Jamar.
And I'm Digga.
Peace.
Peace. It's the absence of all confusion. United we stand, divided we fall. 2 fingers together is the real peace sign, y'all. Brand Nubian PEACE gear. Hoodies. T-shirts. Snapbacks. Available at hoodg.com. Get yours today.